All right, Pete, you just wrapped up the first practice of this season, your senior year.
Yep.
Can you just tell me what it was like out there with your teammates?
I mean, obviously it's always a lot of fun. I mean, it kind of feels like a surreal moment having to be my last first day of practice. But like I said, it's always a lot of fun practicing with these guys.
Obviously, it's only day one, but what areas would you like to see improvement from the team, from now until the start, the very first game?
I would say just being locked in more. I mean, we're locked in every single day in classroom, whatever we do. But I mean, you just the hardest thing is to keep that consistency. I mean, it's easy to do it in the first week, first day, but when it really comes time, like month 2, month 3, we're in the middle of the season, our bodies start to wear down, things like that. It's sometimes tough to mentally stay locked in, so that's the biggest challenge.
You were once again named team captain, as last year in your first year with the team. You're also coming off a season where you were named a first-team All-MAC player. Can you just talk about the expectations that you have for yourself and the team heading into this season?
I mean, our expectations are to go all the way again and win this time. I mean, no doubt in our minds that's where we can and what we should be able to do this year.
You were a part of a culture that was changing and, in a lot of ways still is becoming what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you go about sustaining success? I think, a lot of people started to believe, more people, more fans started to come. You hear our name thrown around more.
Yep.
Can you just talk about, sustaining that success and continuing to build the culture?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, that's the hardest part. When you're good for 1 year and no one really expects you. I mean, we were ranked 6 or 7 in the preseason ranking, so we kind of snuck up on some teams. But this year, I mean, it's a whole different ballgame. From our first game, like this first practice, we got to be mentally locked in and ready for every challenge. We have like a target on our back now, so we'll be ready.
Is there anybody, teammates-wise? We have some young freshmen, all the things, right? Anybody that stood out? Anybody that you could see, taking a step for the team this year?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Ian Elmer. I mean, he still had a big role as a starter last year, but I mean the way he's improved over the offseason and going into this season, I'm really excited to see what he's gonna do this year.
All right, Coach. Entering your 4th year as the head coach for the Red Hawks, what did you see out there today in the first practice?
I thought a lot of competitiveness flying around, man. I think if you come to our practice, I would hope that hopefully that'd be the one thing that you would notice right away, how hard our guys go, how hard we compete every single day. I mean, we want to make our practices harder than the games. That's our goal, and I think our guys do a really good job of that.
With it being so early, obviously the first day, what are your points of emphasis? Obviously there's still a lot to learn and all the things, but what do you focus on so early into the season?
I think number one, just forming an identity, kind of who we are on both sides of the ball. Our guys have a really good idea of that already because we've been able to work throughout the entire summer and fall. And just connectivity, man, just culture, guardrails, and just making sure that we're living out our core values every single day.
You're coming off a season where you made it to the MAC championship, falling just short of your goal. With that said, is there a different kind of energy? Is there anything, especially for those returners, heading into this season, just a mentality?
Yeah, I think unfinished business. We've kind of used that mantra here throughout the whole off season, and our 3 captains, have done a great job of just making sure that our guys are living out those core values every single day, like we talked about a second ago, but also just that extra. We got to do that extra work. And because our guys believe. I think last year, I don't know if they necessarily believed that we could win it this early. I knew we had a chance, so there was no doubt about it. But I think they believe a heck of a lot more now than they did a year ago.
You welcome numerous freshmen this season. Can you just talk about what you've seen from them and their growth since they've arrived to campus?
Yeah, it's a very talented group, man. Love them. Big, a lot of size, a lot of skill, versatility, very talented. You mentioned Tyler Robbins. He's shooting right next to me here, but Tyler, obviously 6'10", 6'11", but he's super skilled inside and outside, and just his length on the defensive end can impact shots. And then you look at a guy like a Kyle Waltz, who's coming in from Chicago, skilled, 6'7". I don't know what he is, which is a good thing, which is a compliment, but just knows how to play. LaShawn Stowers, same thing, 6'4", 6'5". I don't know what he is, but he's just a really, really good player, two-way guy. And Justin Kirby, same thing, 6'5", probably the best athlete in our league. And then you got Trey Perry, who's just an absolute warrior, local kid here from Lakota East, man, just continues to get better every day.
What do you hope to see out of your team from now to the start of the season?
Yeah, like I said, form that identity. You want to peak at the right time. We want to peak in March. But like I think it should be clear as day when somebody watches us play what we're emphasizing on a day-to-day basis. Offensively, we want to run the floor. We want to crash the glass really, really, really hard. And then we want to have great player movement. And then on the defensive end, we want to get our defense set, right, and be really tight and protect the paint and block guys out, make sure we limit teams to one shot. So those are the 6 things that we're really focused on.
Something different for this year is Ian Elmer was named a team captain, 1 of 3. Can you just touch on, expectations for him and what type of growth that you hope to see from him this season?
Yeah, so proud of Ian, honestly, from where when he first got here to where he is now. He looks totally different. His body looks different. We were showing a picture of when on his visit, what he looked like. I showed it to him. He looked like a little boy, and now he looks like a grown man. Coach Carsey's done a great job with him, our strength coach. But just his maturity off the court, his embracing the process, his leadership. I mean, he's grown in so many ways. Obviously, as a player, he's tremendous. I think he's an all-league guy all day long. He's one of the best two-way players in all of college basketball.
Yeah. Peter Suder even mentioned he thought that out of everybody, he expects and sees Ian taking one of the biggest steps. What does that say to you, even just from his peers, his own teammates saying that?
Yeah, I think it shows that, again, they respect his work that he's put in. He's embraced the process. And if Ian was being honest, he probably would say he didn't do that, early on in his career here, but he has. He's learned, he's matured. And that's what we're here to do, is help make guys the best versions of themselves. And just, again, couldn't be more proud of Ian.